Jerry Kramer. Jerry, welcome. How are you? Mike Francesa, good to see you again.
Mike, nice to see you.
Pleasure.
Doing fine, thank you.
What do you got going on this week, Jerry?
We're doing a little blimpie business today.
Okay.
Let's have a blimpie sandwich for you. You won't have to get up and go off.
There you go.
Wander around trying to get in line and do all that stuff. We got blimpies for the guys.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll take that. Thanks, Madge, very much. Nothing like a good blimpie sandwich. Thank you.
Wonderful sandwich. And just hanging out and enjoying myself.
Have you been, a lot of the Packers have. I've had Dan Lauria in. I've been over to see Lombardi and talk to the cast and everything. Have you been in to see the play? Have you gone and seen the play?
Yeah,
What'd you think?
I went opening night.
Oh, you did?
And just had a wonderful time. Opening night on Broadway beats opening night in Boise.
As one of the Packer legends who, is part of the Lombardi family, what'd you think watching it?
I loved it. I kept thinking about Coach Lombardi, and Dan Lauria did a wonderful job portraying Coach Lombardi. Judith Light did a wonderful job playing
Did she
Mrs.
remind
Lombardi.
you of Marie Lombardi?
Oh, she reminded me. I think she had Marie to a T.
Really? Okay.
I think she really captured Marie.
Was Marie very much interactive? Did she interact a lot with you guys as players?
She was very vocal. She was a very strong lady. I remember I did instant replay, and Dick Schapp and I had a comment in instant replay about how can I be afraid of this short, fat Italian? He runs my life. And I get the final say on the book, so I'm figuring we're going to edit that out of there. And Dick says, no, that's what you said. We argued over 3 months, and we finally leave it in. So I give the books out to the coaches and the players, and I don't give Mrs. Lombardi or Coach Lombardi a book. I'm struggling with the inscription. I don't want to say best wishes or good luck. I want to come up with something, meaningful. And I'm worried about that short, fat Italian part. She comes up to me at the bus. We're getting on the bus to go to Milwaukee to play, and she goes, "Where's my book? All the coaches have books. All the players have books. I don't have a book. Why?" I've got it in the car. I've got it. I'll go get it. And I had just come up with an inscription, and I decided to say, for Coach Vincent T. Lombardi, a man against whom all others shall forever be measured. Now, I liked the inscription, and I thought it would offset that short, fat Italian part. So she read the book on the way to Milwaukee. And that night, the next morning, we get on the elevator and go down 3 or 4 stories, and Marie gets on the elevator. And she said, "Jerry, I loved the book. I loved it. It helped me to understand." I said, "What, football?" "No, him."
How about that?
Yeah.
It's amazing the impact that he had as, the media has spent all these years talking all these Packers, and he's become so much, and with the Packers here, so much this iconic figure, not just for football, the patron saint of football. He's become almost like the patron saint of success in America. He's kind of like known as being this guy who had the secret, that he somehow unlocked the secret to teamwork or to having an organization be successful, that somehow he unlocked the secret. That's how America remembers Lombardi, I think.
They equate him with achievement.
Right.
They equate him with execution.
And excellence.
And excellence and quality and all those things. And I think rightly so, Mike. I think Coach Lombardi, read ancient Latin, ancient Greek, studied for the priesthood and all that.
Jesuit background.
Jesuit background. Yeah. And so he used the ancient Greek philosophy a lot with us. For example, very quickly, Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an occasional act. It's a habit. Now, Coach Lombardi paraphrased it and made it very simple. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. And so basically, his fundamentals were preparation, commitment, consistency, discipline, perseverance, pride, character, execution. How can you argue with those things?
You can't. And I wonder if we've gotten away from that. We spend so much time now. We're talking with Jerry Kramer, of course, Packer, great offensive lineman. We spend so much time now talking about, can this guy fool this guy? Can this team fool this team? Can this game plan fool this game plan? 2 guys that I've read about extensively, Lombardi, sheer execution. John Wooden didn't even scout the other team. If we play the way I want you to play, I don't care what they do. I don't care if they know what we're going to do. I don't even need to know their names.
Yep.
If we execute. Two of the greatest winners of all time seem to have the same idea about being, our execution is what I'm interested in and nothing else.
Execution, limited mistakes, no penalties, no stupid moves, no offsides, none of those silly things that you don't need to do.
You spent more time on what you were going to do right rather than what they were going to do, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And don't get too complicated. Keep it simple. Keep it straight. We got one of the great compliments, I think, ever against George Halas's team in Green Bay one year. Coach Halas, we beat him fairly close game, 14-10, 10-9, 10-something. And Coach Halas was asked about the game and what had happened. He said, well, we know what they were going to do. We knew when they were going to do it, and we knew where they were going to do it. We just couldn't do anything about it.